My name is Axel. I have been a tattoo artist for 6 years. I have done many first tattoos, and I of course been in that position myself, getting my first tattoo. So this video is for people getting their first tattoo, let you know what to expect, and hopefully help you out a little bit. So one of the first things you might hear when you're looking for advice on your first tattoo on the internet or on YouTube or whatever it is get something small, get something meaningful, that sort of thing. Just don't worry about it, just get whatever you want to get. So if it's a big tattoo, that's fine, if that's what you really want. If it's something that doesn't make any sense but you want it, don't let people put you off. You get exactly what you want to get. Now, getting your first tattoo really isn't anything to be afraid of. It's not really that bad, and pain-wise, and the whole experience is normally pretty good. I would just say don't go for somewhere that's going to be excruciatingly painful, especially if you are that sort of squeamish, paranoid type, in which case I have got some additional advice for you at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that if you are one of those people. The rest of you, you probably know what you want to get. You might have friends that have got tattoos, people that have got tattoos, and if they can do it, you can do it. You'll be absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. The main thing is that you do your research the artist, research the type of work that they do, the type of work you want, where you're getting it. Those are going to be the biggest factors on your first tattoo experience. Because the thing is, if you're not researching your artist and you're just walking into a studio doing a walk-in, or you just don't really care who does it, you're probably not going to get the best artist. You might get the apprentice in the shop, you might get someone who's not really fully booked, or has a lot of free time in the shop, and those are generally not the best artists, unfortunately. So depending on what kind of work you want to get, you need to kind of lower your expectations. If you are just doing a walk-in, you want to research the artist, you want to research the tattoo studio, you want to book in advance, and you might have to wait months. I think when I got my first tattoo, this is my first tattoo here, that was my first tattoo. I paid about £1,000 for it, but do you know what, I had to wait like 3 months for it or whatever, and that was fine because I wanted the best tattoo I could get, and money shouldn't be a problem either. Don't be cheap. If you're trying to get a cheap tattoo, you're pretty much getting someone who doesn't really value their own work, is a beginner, or is just a bit dodgy customer service, whatever. Just, if you're putting it on your body for life, let's spend a few extra £100 and have a think about it, and don't just go willy-nilly just into a massive tattoo from someone that you don't even know the fuck they are. So I do recommend a professional tattoo studio for your first tattoo. Now, there are a lot of good freelance artists and that, self-taught artists, all that stuff. Nothing against that, absolutely fine. Just for your first tattoo experience, you kind of really want to know what you're getting. You want to kind of get a vibe for the whole tattoo culture. You kind of want to see other people getting their tattoos as well. That's my advice. You might disagree, but I personally would go with a professional tattoo studio and an artist who is experienced. Yeah, and just make sure that the tattoo artist actually does the type of work that you want, because you might see a great tattoo artist online or whatever, at the shop that you're researching, and they do amazing work, amazing black and grey, fine line, whatever it is, but you actually want a colour traditional piece. But for some reason you still want to go for that artist. A lot of people do that. You're not guaranteed to get a good tattoo if you do that. You need to pick someone who actually does the type of tattoos that you actually want. Yeah, so getting your first tattoo should be a good experience. You don't want a bad experience, because it might put you off getting more tattoos in future. You never know, those things, people are like that. So do it right for the first one, and then you can take risks later. When I got my first tattoo, it was actually, I was an artist before I did tattoos, you see, but when I got my first tattoo, that actually inspired me to become a tattoo artist. I never really thought about it before that, but then when I saw the process, I saw the professionals, how they work, I was like, you know what, I can do that myself. And that's actually what kind of kick-started my tattoo career. So last bit of advice here, so this is for people who are a little bit paranoid, squeamish, that sort of disposition. Have a think about whether tattoos are actually for you, because tattoos are for people that are a little bit edgy, bit hardcore. They know they don't really mind the pain as much. They're more interested in getting what they want, and they'll be willing to sacrifice a little bit of pain for a tattoo. And the next thing is, it just doesn't even hurt that much, depending on where you're going. It's more of a scratch sort of sensation. I mean, you have got things like numbing cream. I don't really recommend that because it can actually make it hurt more because of the way that it hydrates the skin. It's not really good way to go. If you're doing something small, it's fine, but for big tattoos, I actually don't recommend any kind of numbing cream. There are sprays that they can use during the process, but by then you've already felt it. So if you don't like pain, don't get a tattoo. So that's the end of it. I shouldn't say actually not if you don't like pain, because not everyone's crazy, but if you are scared and you don't deal pain well, then maybe think about getting something else. The other thing is you're going to have so much adrenaline in your blood for the first couple tattoos that you get, you're not really going to feel it. I mean, my first tattoos, they were both like 7-hour sessions, and I only felt it with about 5-6 hours in, and even then it weren't really painful. It was more just like, do you know what, I'm fed up now and I just can't be bothered with this, and I'm just fucking like, you know, I'm not enjoying myself. But it didn't really hurt that much. I still went through it. But yeah, listen guys, on the final note, good luck with your first tattoo. The main points are just do your research, make sure that you actually want it, try and go to a professional studio, because it gives you a better idea of what tattooing is actually about. And if you want to go to sort of talented freelance artists, that's absolutely fine, but you don't really get the full feel for what most people go through when they get their tattoos, and the sort of the vibe and the atmosphere and all that sort of stuff. So I would say, and also the hygiene and the way that they work, go to a professional tattoo studio first, and then if you want to go to your mates or whatever, I would say do that after, and then you can kind of get an idea of whether, you know, they're actually doing it right. So that is my advice to you. So good luck on your first tattoo. Thank you for watching, guys. This is a brand new channel, so please leave me a like, and if you want to see more of me, do subscribe. I will be putting out loads of random tattoo kind of content. If you're a tattoo artist, you want to be a tattoo artist, I'm going to teach you how to get into that. I am going to help you along the way with your tattoo journeys and everything else. So leave a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.